first thing we're gonna look at. Stand heavy punch. Stand heavy punch got a target combo. Okay, that was definitely not cancelable in either of these. Okay, this was not cancelable. As you can see, not canceling at all. Not cancelable at all. It is cancelable into super. But that's it. So the fact that you get a target combo into unlock down is pretty good, especially in a game where meter management is so important. This is actually pretty sick. Okay, so this is what looks like back medium punch. That's definitely not a stand strong. Okay, so in Street Fighter 4, this is what it looked like. See, so this was his close medium punch, like a really good anti-air. Okay, Sagat did not have that in either of these games. So yeah, Street Fighter 5, he didn't have that at all. This was a stand strong. Okay, so same thing with stand medium kick, which I guess they just gave to this, and stand heavy punch. Neither of them were cancelable. These were just more so like pokes. Okay, I can't cancel this into super. Okay, can't cancel that into super. And the same for this. Not cancelable. Not even super cancelable. So again, some of his best buttons, getting the ability to get knocked down and conversions off of it is pretty sick. It's pretty dope. This sweep, pretty decent. Didn't really see it much use of it, to be honest, but it's okay poke. Goes further in 5. Pretty similar animation. Kind of ignored. This is his crouching medium kick. It's interesting they didn't cancel it. Doesn't mean it's not cancelable, but they didn't cancel it, which is interesting. And Street Fighter 4 had a pretty good range, but it doesn't match up to the actual visual of the foot, as you can see, like right here. See? Oh, it just went through Sagat. Okay. All right, so this is like one of his main ways of controlling the space right in front of him. Had significantly less range. All right, just because the game in general just became stubbier. Okay, but this was one of his main ways of fighting in this space. Okay, once you've convinced somebody to not occupy it with buttons and attacks, maybe by use of fireball, start to walk up on them and use that. But it looks significantly further than Street Fighter 4, which is dangerous. So I don't think this is gonna be cancelable, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. He has an overhead. Pretty dope. It's good to know. That way we know he can do toxic drive rush into overhead stuff. Okay. All right, didn't really have the greatest range, but then here's the Street Fighter 5 version, which is a lot slower. I don't know why this is so slow, but it's pretty slow. Okay, so this is a very important button in my opinion. Is the step kick. It's cool to know Sagat has it. We didn't see a conversion off of this, so I think it's going to be similar to like Jamie's, where it's plus on hit. Obviously you'll be able to convert off of it on counter hit or punish counter, but that's basically it. It's going to be kind of used to just check people who are moving around a lot. Okay, so in Street Fighter 4, this button was a lot different than that. Okay, see, you could use this from so far, and you can Kara cancel it. So you can cancel. I don't even know how I'm doing this on fucking pad. What the fuck? But you could cancel the frames, startup frames, into a special move, essentially, right? So you can do DP, things like that. Okay, this hit low, but you could also combo on hit. Okay, see, I believe it's +3 on hit, and Sagat's crouching jab was 3 frames, so that's what allowed him to do that. But it also hits low, pretty good range, and then it has the flexibility of like being able to Kara or to knee. Okay, Just use it for a poke to keep people from moving around, dancing around, whatnot. So it's pretty good in that regard. In 5, the button, this move got worse. It's pretty slow. It's slower definitely for sure, and it's not as rewarding because even on hit, can't combo. It has to be counter hit. And it does hit low though, so there is that. So if people are moving around, it's a good way to just kind of catch people low, whatever. But the reward doesn't really mean shit because you don't get anything. It's just like you hit them and then what? You just kind of here, and then it just becomes like a, am I gonna press a button or not? Am I gonna, how am I gonna hit you? That's where a lot of the mix comes from. It's not really like a dangerous mix, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so it was back throw. It doesn't go as far as Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4's back throw was look at that shit. Bro, that is insane. That is actually insane. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. And this was like, yeah, it's significantly like different. It puts you at a range where Sagat doesn't really win, so it was just really awkward design choice, to be honest. Not like the developers know where he wins, but just like where his tools like are strongest, I guess you'd say, right? This range is just not really the greatest range for Sagat, to be honest. It's like gonna be like here. Okay, this range is like I'm not really in range of any of my buttons. You know, you could do this, but whatever. You could Tiger Knee, but you'd have to do heavy, and it's like really slow and telegraphed, and people could just kind of hold back and walk out of it, so it wasn't that great. Okay, so the low shot, Sagat has a high shot and a low shot. Okay, so ideally the way you'd want to use this is like your low shot is going to be kind of like the setup, and the high shot would punish a specific behavior in their moveset. Okay, so this would be a setup of just trying to get advantage, and then, you know, maybe go behind it and try to maybe reposition to a range where Sagat could win. Okay, and the high shot is supposed to hit something or punish something directly, in a sense. So for example, if this person is walking and blocking me, I could use a high shot, since it's such a fast poke essentially, to snipe them on the frames of them walking forward, aka unblocking. So his low shot, like his high shot, has 3 versions. There's the light, the medium, that's the medium, is the heavy. Okay, all right, so they're about like similar in speeds. It wasn't like Street Fighter 5 where you're gonna see in a second there's a difference in the speeds that are like pretty noticeable. The fact that it's gonna be one set speed on the Tiger shots, the low shot, it's a little disappointing, but just got to get used to it. There's obviously going to be different things with the character, and we just got to adjust, you know, and explore it with an open mind. It's not that big of a deal. Now we go to 5, and he retains this. Okay, this is the medium. This is the heavy. See, the heavy's so slow compared to the other games, but the high shot is faster. Okay, so the high shot, you can just crouch it, so Ryu will just, in both games, literally you can just crouch right underneath it, right? So you'd want to use the slow because it makes actual contact. Here, the way it works now is the light Tiger shot is his low, and medium and heavy are his highs, so there's no more separate input. Probably did that for modern. It is what it is. Okay, so this is his Tiger Cannon super. So in 5, he didn't have this as a super, he had it as a V trigger essentially. In Street Fighter 4, they gave him Tiger Cannon as a Ultra 2, or yeah, Ultra Combo 2. Okay, there you go. So it would be used in a similar sense of like, you get this and then you'd like confirm it like this, and you'd get conversions like that. And in this game, it was the V trigger, so you would get it off of like conversions like that. Okay, and then you'd be able to follow up with combos afterwards or whatnot. Okay, it doesn't have as much utility as this. This looks like it's really fast. Okay, so this is another, this is huge. Okay, so Tiger shot, it looks insane in this game. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw this, I was shocked. I believe you could do this, but it was very, very specific in this game, guys. It was not really something you would rely on. It wasn't really practical. So you could go over it, but you see, it's not something that you could do on like reaction. You do have to be preemptive, and even then, look how far you are, right? And see, even at this range, I wasn't able to hit him. And in 5, this was not a real move. This move didn't exist to me. I used it, but I just did it because I just wanted to make sure my buttons worked. Okay, but this move is abysmal in this game. It's really slow, doesn't have much range. It hits, doesn't really give you oki. See, this is just heavy. This is heavy. What? That looks like a light. Okay, and even then, like, his offense off of Tiger Knee wasn't the greatest, and then, you know, spacing it and trying to make it so it would be plus was like pulling your teeth, to be honest. So if we look at frame data, that was +2, not in throw range. That whiffed. Light could only be like 0 on block at best. Medium could only be -1 at best. Was it? Oh, they changed it on the last season. Yeah, it used to be originally just like, but that's the most it can be. I'm not even in throw range, and I can't even use my 4 frame jab here, and this whiffs. You know, so it was just awkward. The Tiger Knee, because like the pushback, the negative frames. If it hit, it just wasn't rewarding, to be honest. It was not a great move. And then against fireballs, this did not work against fireballs at all. At all. See? You can't go over the fireball. So that shit, in terms of utility, is probably the weakest Tiger Knee he's ever had. All right, so this right here is like, seeing this was like, whoa. But not only did it, it wasn't just the fact it went over the fireball, but the fact that it hit Ryu was what surprised me. Because I was thinking of Street Fighter 4, like, wow, it wouldn't even have hit in Street Fighter 4 when his Tiger Knee was way better than 5, you know? So, okay, so he does have the jump strong. Street Fighter 5, he has this. Street Fighter 4, it's just this weird, like, jump medium punch thing. So in this game, though, he does have this. Couldn't DP afterwards. Unless you did EX. Oh my god. Or if you had V-skill. Oh yeah, that's a thing too. Yeah. Okay, so that looks like, that does not look like forward heavy kick, bro. That has to be stand heavy kick. And which is sick, because that means both hits are of stand heavy kick, which hits twice, is cancelable. In Street Fighter 4, this was not cancelable. It hit twice though. Couldn't combo afterward or anything like that. You just kind of used it for an anti-air. You could cancel the this into like angry scar and then, you know, go for shit afterwards, for swag combos, but you couldn't combo afterwards or cancel it into anything after the first hit. And you'd use it for your anti-airs, right? But again, like, the second hit's not cancelable, so it's just a reset into neutral again. And Street Fighter 5, it hit twice also. Okay, not cancelable on the second hit. It's cancelable on the first hit. They actually gave that to him. It was like season 3 or 4 or something like that. Okay, and it's a pretty good anti-air too, but again, it's not really rewarding unless they get hit with a counter hit, because then you can start doing stuff like this. Oops. And get some pretty decent damage. So if you had like V-skill, for example, and you landed this, let's save it just in case. Almost did 30%. It's pretty cool. But now, the fact that it's cancelable and it can cancel into this charge DP is pretty sick. That's pretty dope. So Because anytime you have an opportunity to convert a move from an anti-air as opposed to relying on DP, you should always take it because it's going to be more optimal in a sense of like damage, Oki, opportunity, stuff like that. And this looks like it's probably going to do mad damage, to be honest. This is a move we don't have. This has not existed. So this is probably going to be quarter circle forward kick, seeing as there's no low tiger shot anymore. A separate input. It's just high tiger shot. Okay. Now, what is interesting is this too. So that was crouching fierce. Okay, this is crouching medium punch. Okay, and so what that looks like, this is one of his better buttons. Cancelable. Okay. And then Street Fighter 5, also pretty good button. It's basically gonna be like your main poke at this range since it's faster than this. Okay, and has more hit stop. In this game, it looks like that. I guess I don't know. This is like some sort of overhead type of punch. It's interesting. Cancelable. Okay. So the reason why I mentioned that is because I thought that was crouching heavy punch originally, but then I saw this. I said, wait a minute, this is crouching heavy punch. But what's interesting about crouching heavy punch is that it's cancelable, and I was like, oh shit, wait a minute, because this was not cancelable. You could like link super afterwards, but you couldn't cancel it, right? So it did a lot of damage though in Street Fighter 4. And this also not cancelable, not even super cancelable. Can't link after it. If you do crush counter with it, then you could get some stuff. It was like, I forgot what it was. In the corner you can do this and then, you know, do this, or you can do this and into to that or something like that. If you had V trigger, this was a pretty good button because you got a lot of damage off of that. But outside of that, that button was all right. It was just mainly like a tool you'd use to take advantage and abuse the crush counter system. So the fact that you can cancel it now, it's pretty cool. You can cancel stand heavy punch. You can do the target combo from stand medium kick, which we saw earlier, which is pretty interesting because the stand medium kick, I don't know if I talked about that. So like this is a target combo now. Okay, he was not able to do this, so this is pretty good. And so this is a brand new move. That's pretty sick. That is insane. This is mad fast. His EX knee looks like it's a hard knockdown, which is pretty interesting. Okay, that's a combo that worked in Street Fighter 5. It did not work in 4 because if you were close, you got this. Okay, so this is not real. It's not a combo. But in 5, it would combo. See? Okay. So it's cool that this is back. So this is his stand jab. It's pretty far. So you in 4, this was used as kind of the high shot fake. If you didn't want to use this, people use this because it looks like it's just to catch people that are reflex twitching to high shot. Okay, so you just kind of like do this at irregular timing, boom, instead of relying on this. And in Street Fighter 4, this, oh, he did punch diagonal. I thought it was more straight. Never mind. But yeah, this button was pretty good at punishing. It's probably one of the best 4-frame punishers in the game because you can get this. Okay. Bruh. Okay, so let's look at his I actually want to look at this. His Ultra 1 combo. The full thing. Bang, 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 bang. Okay. Not bad, not bad. And then Street Fighter 5. I actually really love this one, to be honest. That shit is so sick. That is so sick. That's so sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That's so sick. Okay, so let's go back to this one. Oh, that was sick, bro. Especially how he like stared at him.
I cannot lose. Not to anyone.
The way he stared at him, bro, right here. Nah, that shit is fire, bro. What? Yo, I didn't even realize that. That's so sick. Oh, that is so... Nah, Sagat's cold, bro. He's insane. He's so sick, bro.
I cannot lose. Not to anyone.
It's so fitting that he's beating the shit out of Bison, too. Yeah, so, all right. So my YouTubers that are watching this, hope you guys enjoyed the evolution of Sagat. I think that was pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed it, you know, how you guys feel about the changes from game to game. And the day Sagat launches, I'm gonna do a Street Fighter marathon where I'm gonna play each version of Sagat from Alpha 2 to Alpha to 4, 5, and then 6 when he comes out. So that's the plan. So look forward to that. It's gonna be a fun day. All right, cool beans.